Hey guys, what's up? I hope you guys all had a wonderful Christmas season and a good end to 2020. That year is finally done with and we can move on to 2021, which will hopefully be a little bit less stressful, you know? So this video might be a little bit all over the place, but I basically just wanted to do a kind of year-end wrap-up video where I give you guys updates on where my channel and my fish keeping hobby was at the end of 2020 and kind of what I'm looking forward to in 2021 and kind of how I'm doing and my animals are doing and what my plans are. So first off, I am going to just kind of get the bad news out of the way. You guys know in a past video I did mention that my koi betta Mushu, who went through that awesome color change that I was able to share with you guys here on my channel, he was not doing well, so unfortunately he did end up passing away, which absolutely breaks my heart. You guys know how much I love my fish. They're individuals, I name them, they're part of my family, and I think Mushu was a really special fish. I had never had a fish like that before. I owe him a lot to the foundation and the growing of this channel, but outside of that, he had such a wonderful personality and he was just such a wonderful pet, and I really enjoyed the time that I did get to have with him. It really does make me so incredibly sad that he's gone, but I did want to share a little tribute with you guys. Mushu was an incredible once-in-a-lifetime animal and he will certainly be loved and missed. Aside from that, the other news I have about my fish is pretty good. The only other fish that I currently still have in my possession are my two goldfish, my orange Aranda goldfish Manfred, who you guys know is the mascot of my channel and such a personality, such a character, and then I also have my fantail calico goldfish Pie. They are both doing extremely well. As far as getting more fish in my hobby, I still have 6 months left living in an apartment in which I cannot have any more fish tanks. After that though, I'm gonna have to figure out where the next place I'm living is, and I'm sure wherever that is going to dictate how many more tanks I can have. That being said, if I happen to find an amazing betta somewhere, might I add a small betta or something like that along the way between now and 6 months from now, or now and a year from now? I might. You guys know how much I love bettas, but as of right now I do not have any definite plans to grow my hobby or get more fish or tanks. I do have my 10-gallon betta tank still set up with plants in it because I didn't want my plants to die or be cross-contaminated with my goldfish tanks in case I did get another betta. So I'm going to show you guys that now. I'm actually going to give you guys a little bit of update on all the plants that I have, aquatic and non-aquatic. I apologize if that's not your thing, feel free to skip through it, but I've really been kind of enjoying my little pickup in my plant hobby, and I don't know, I thought it might be interesting for you guys. So first up, these are all my Windalove Java Fern plants, my absolute favorite of all my aquarium plants. Definitely the easiest to care for. I've been doing nothing with them and just leaving them in this tank since my bettas have passed, and they've been doing absolutely great. I think there might be some Anubias in there as well. The rest of them are in Pie's tank tied to this ornament. I started with just 5 little bundles on this ornament and they grew into all the plants that you see, so I'm really hesitant to ever get rid of that ornament because I like it so much, even though it is covered with algae. But Manfred's plants are by far the worst, covered in this nasty kind of brush algae and various types of algae, and I think I will eventually just throw all of his away and start over. But yeah, as far as my terrestrial plants, this is my red vein nerve plant. Absolutely beautiful. It did flower, but sadly you missed the flowers. I filmed it a little bit too late. But yeah, it's really kind of creeping and droopy with these long things. You can tell I'm not a plant expert with my terminology, but I have really enjoyed this plant. This is my fiddle leaf fig tree that is now over 2.5 feet tall. Also bear with me, I had to film this in the bathroom to get the right natural light from my plants, so I just pardon the background there. But these giant leaves, bigger than the palm of my hand, are so
glossy and beautiful. I bought this as a teeny tiny short little baby fig tree, and it's grown really quickly and really well for me. I heard they were really finicky, but I've done really well with it, and I'm enjoying it, and I can't wait until it's 10 feet tall and a huge pain in the butt to move anywhere or do anything with. So yeah, this is the pothos, a very common houseplant. I am thinking that someday I could put this in a fish tank. I know some people do pothos growing in their filters or just kind of free growing in their fish tanks. I think that would be a really cool experiment to do one day. I love these kind of variegated leaves. I really liked the white and green variegation, but then I started getting a bunch of this kind of yellowish light green variegation, which I'm not really sure why that happened. If anyone can tell me, I would appreciate it. But anyway, yeah, it is starting to really droop and grow, and I think it's just so awesome. And then you guys are in for a treat with this one. This orchid was a misdelivery by a florist that was supposed to do sympathy flowers and ended up, anyway, it was a whole big mess, and I ended up with this overstocked kind of unwanted orchid that was just randomly delivered and nobody else wanted, and it wasn't doing very well, and we thought it was never gonna bloom, but it did. It finally just started blooming yesterday, and look at it. Look how beautiful this little orchid is. Up next are my amaryllis plants. I had a bad roommate that got evicted. Long story. Anyway, she left behind a dying amaryllis and I took it over, not really knowing what it was. I put it in its dormancy period so that it would bloom. And then my mom bought me this second smaller amaryllis covered in wax, which I've since repotted. It did bloom for me this year. It's already gone, but I can show you guys a picture of it. But yeah, the other amaryllis was a little bit too neglected and did not bloom for me this year, but I am hopeful that I can get both of them to bloom next year. This bad boy is my Florida plant. If anyone cares at all for me to look up the scientific names and give them to you, just tell me and I definitely will. But I just call this bad boy my Florida. I think this spotted leaves are so beautiful and it's so healthy and robust, and I have just had a great time with this plant. Definitely one of my favorites. I love how some leaves have like a ton of the spotting and some leaves have a little bit of spotting. Yeah, I've really enjoyed keeping this plant. Then here, of course, is my peace lily. Unfortunately, it is not in bloom right now, and I don't think I have any pictures from when it was in bloom, but you guys know what a peace lily looks like. It does have these new leaves uncurling that I think are really cute, and if you look here at the bottom, there's a little tiny baby peace lily that's growing, which I think is super cool. Yeah, it's just really lush. I just recently repotted it, and it is growing like crazy. Now this little teeny tiny baby orchid is a little mini Phalaenopsis orchid. Look at these awesome beautiful leaves with all the striping and kind of veining pattern and the little dark lips with the yellow and polka dots inside. I think it is super cool. It took me forever standing in the store to try and decide what mini Phalaenopsis orchid I wanted, but I am glad that I went with this one. It's really healthy and I think it's the perfect size to be on my desk or by a fish tank or really anywhere. It's bloomed so much since I got it, a crazy amount of flowers for this small plant, and I can't wait to see the rest of the buds open. I just think this is such an awesome plant. Now this is my big mama Phalaenopsis orchid. This thing is absolutely enormous and has these long cascading flowers, and I think it is so gorgeous. It has the little yellow center and, you know, the kind of polka dotting and striping that I really like. I mean, these flowers, look at them compared to my hand. These are massive flowers. I found it kind of really dried out in like the back end of a Walmart, and they were like, yeah, all we have are these really old gross orchids, and I went to look at them and I was like, how could you say that about this orchid? It is so beautiful. I am so glad that I got it, and yeah, it's one of those plants that's been kickstarting my love for orchids and flowers that I was fighting. I was fighting the love for flowers before because I thought they were high maintenance, and they are, but I am really glad that I got into them.
So I hope you guys didn't mind me talking about my plants a little bit. I'm just really proud of them. I used to be the worst with plants, and now I've kind of started to get a green thumb, which is very surprising to me, but it makes me happy. So those are kind of all the updates that I had on my channel as of the end of 2020. The only two fish I have left are my 2 goldfish. I currently don't have any plans for new fish. I'm not looking for new fish right now, but we know those plans, you know, sometimes they go awry. I do have plenty of plants and tanks and setups if I do decide to get a new fish. I really want to focus on making more interesting and more in-depth videos on the fish that I have instead of kind of getting into that pattern that I think YouTubers sometimes get into where it's always just buying and buying and buying and buying because those are the videos that people are really interested in. I really wanted to slow down and make more videos on the fish that I have and really just like spoil them as much as possible and be more about taking really great care of a few fish instead of just taking okay care of a lot of fish. For the next 6 months at least, I'll still be on this upload schedule of about 1 video a month just because I am really busy with my school stuff. Goals for my channel going forward is I would love to hit 1,000 subscribers, which I never thought I would say because that's such a crazy number. That's so insane to say out loud. But we're actually pretty close. When I'm filming this video, we're over 820 subscribers already. Over 91,000 views, which is so mind-blowing for me to hear coming out of my own mouth. Of course, I have my gorgeous, wonderful, talented fish to thank for that, and I also have you guys to thank for that. Thank you so much for just watching and enjoying my channel and hanging out with me and being my friends. This has been an amazing journey, and I am so grateful for all of you. Though I don't have a ton of definite plans, I definitely think there's a lot of great places this channel could still go. I'm still really excited to do it and be a part of this and be a part of this community. And yeah, I'm just having a great time. And that's the plan for 2021. Just have a great time. Just be better every day than I was the day before. Continue to love and keep my fish and do in my hobby whatever makes me happy and is good for my animals. I really enjoyed having the chance to sit down and talk to you guys kind of in the old style of videos that I used to do. I hope that you guys enjoyed it too. I love you guys so much. If you enjoyed this video, then please drop me a like and drop me a comment if you would like to, and subscribe to my channel so you can be with me on my fish keeping journey if that's something you're interested in. You can also catch me over on my Instagram at fun_fishology if you want to. I cannot say enough how much I appreciate all the love and support that I receive constantly on this channel. It has already grown way past the point that I ever thought it would, and I can't wait to see where it goes in 2021. I know great things are in store, and I hope that you guys stick around to see it all with me. Other than that, I guess I will see you guys all again next time. Bye guys! Why yes, I did get a haircut. Thank you for noticing. So, first off, okay. No, I don't want to say that. They're both doing extremely well. That was weird. And I can't wait to see what is in store for this channel in 2021. How much I Hello to 2021. I am so annoying. I'm so sorry.